Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and let's get into it because it's gonna be a long one. It's been a very long time. Alright guys, so here's the update you guys all have been asking for. All when I say like a small group of people that have like, hey, what's up, how come you're not doing YouTube videos anymore? So, this is why. I had stopped making videos right before Steven and I have moved to Staten Island. It was like new job, new apartment, adulting, like trying to get our lives together. And finally, we've been living here for a year and a few months, almost going on 2 years, which is like crazy. Like time goes by so fast. And a lot of things have happened in that time. So Steven has started a new job as well, so like things were just like, it was like trying to find routines, just like getting back to what we call normal, like just everyday life. Within that time we got engaged. Yes. So we went away to Mexico and we got engaged. We went to Cancun. So exciting. It just me and Steven, and it was amazing. I couldn't ask for anything more, Steven is the best person I have ever been with in my life. I love you, babe. Little corny clip. Yep. I don't care. I'm in love. Whatever. But within that time frame, on a serious note, we've been trying to have a baby. So with trying to have a baby, comes like complications, things come up, just like things no one ever really talks about. And that's what I want to talk about, This is an update video, but this video is dedicated to like miscarriages. And it's kind of like surreal that I'm like talking about it on camera, like it took me a little while to like talk about it. So what is a miscarriage, right? Miscarriage is when you get pregnant and you can't carry the baby full term. These things are unexplainable. It's nothing you've done. It's nothing I did. It's nothing Steven's done. And these things just happen. So what the doctor says is that, the chromosomes don't add up, so your body automatically knows to kind of just, abort it on its own. Which is like crazy. It's 2019 and we don't have like an explanation of why the chromosomes don't add up. You know what I mean? I've been reading some things where people, like scientists, are now starting to look into like why things like this happen. I'm not like super religious, but I always believe, there's a God somewhere and everything happens for a reason. Now, before this all happened, I just want to backtrack a little bit. Steven wanted to start trying before I had wanted to start trying, and then I kind of got on board with it. At first I was just like, oh my god, I feel like a big ass kid myself, like I'm gonna have a human. I'm gonna have a human being, like what? This is crazy. But I got on board with the idea. I've always wanted children. It wasn't the fact that I didn't want kids. I've always wanted the kids. It was just like, when is the right time to have a kid? It's like there's never a right time to have a kid. You just have a kid and you go along with it, So with that being said, we started having trying to have a baby. It took us about 6 months before we got pregnant. Now within those 6 months, I just want to say that I feel like our relationship, it was tense. It was really tense. You start downloading apps, you start reading all these things. I was like taking, fertility tea and special honey from Colombia that my friend gave me, like all these crazy things. Like if you would have said like hop on one foot and pat your head and do this thing, like I would have probably done it. I know it sounds crazy, but what's crazy is I'm not the only person that has gone through these things, I know one time or another, I had posted this on Instagram that, this had happened to us. So many people like reached out to me, like and they're like acquaintances, like we know each other maybe through a friend or something like that, and have told me their story. And I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you that has shared your story with me, because it means so much, like when you're in such a dark place, oh my God, I'm not gonna cry. When you're in such a place of just feeling like who, what, why, you know, that's the big question, is like, why did this happen to me? Things like that, you know, like, it's really hard to get through those moments, you know, and Steven is like Mr. Positivity. Like, he is so optimistic with everything that happens in life. He's always that person to like bring me back to life, you know, letting me know like it's gonna be okay, we're gonna get through this, we are way stronger than that, you know. But yeah, so yeah, okay, so back to the story. Oh my God, trailing off here. It's been a while since I shot a video. We tried for 6 months. I was downloading, I had like at least 3 different apps on my phone of like when you're ovulating, what days are best to do it. And it was kind of like that part of our life became like scheduled, you know? And it's like, it was like, whoa, it was way too much. It's like, we have to do it between this time frame, and you work and I work at this time. And like, it just became way too much. So it was like, once it happened, the only way I can like really best describe it is like, once we got pregnant, it's kind of like when you're a child, right? And you get this toy that you've been dying for, right? You've been asking for it for your birthday, you've been asking for it for Christmas, and you finally get that toy. Then your parents are like, it's time to go to bed, and they take that toy away from you. It's hard to explain and it might sound silly, but when they take that toy away from you and you like lose your shit, like you think you're never getting this toy back, it's like the end of the world, and like you just lose your shit. That's how I felt. I lost my shit. Like, I would try and be strong for Steven, but then like sometimes on my own, like I would just break down and cry, you know, like, and it was like, it was just so crazy, you know. But, you know, I honestly believe everything happens for a reason. I just didn't know how common it was. Now, when I went to the doctor, she's like, it happens every 1 out of 5 women. I'm like, 1 out of 5? Wow. Like, it's so mind-boggling to me that so many women are going through this, and I feel like not enough is being done. Like, not enough is being said. Not enough awareness. You know, like, when you're a kid, you have, like, sex education and things like that, but they always tell you about how not to get pregnant. But they don't tell you that when it's time to get pregnant, there's all these other things that are possibilities. You know what I mean? I feel like people just expect you to either go through it or to just read upon it like yourself, you know, like you hear stories and, you know, maybe you'll like Google it or something, but I feel like it's just not spoken enough. And if I can just reach out to anyone out there who's maybe gone through the same thing or who is going through the same thing, like, my heart is with you. Like, I'm already getting emotional. My heart is totally with you. If you want to, you know, put something down in the comments, just letting me know, you know, we can totally have that conversation one-on-one. But yeah, it's just something that people don't go through. And like, I was telling some people at my job, you know, like what was happening. They were just like, oh my God, like my sister went through this, you know, or, you know, sister-in-law, friend, or whatever, you know, that have gone through these things. And even just yesterday, I was at the nail salon, and this woman next to me, she had her little daughter running around, acting up. She was really tired. She kept saying like, Mom, I'm tired. She was like really cute. She was like, hello, I need a nap. Please put me down. And she was telling me, I was like, oh my God, I was like, is that your only one? And she's like, kinda, you know, like, me and my husband, when we were first trying, we lost our baby at 7 months, you know, like, and I just think like, oh my God, like I got instant goosebumps, and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry to hear that. And she's like, I told her, you know, my story. Mind you, I was only 7 weeks, like it didn't form into a fetus yet. It had no heartbeat. But to me, like, a life is a life. Like, I saw those 2 lines on the freaking, you know, test, and I was like ecstatic, you know, like, ah! You're like so shocked. And she told me about that, and I was just like, oh my gosh. She's like, you know, if it can happen for me, it can definitely happen for you. She's like, don't lose faith, just keep trying, you know, which is what we're going to do. But I feel like this time around, everything is like so much more like we're taking it easy. We're not super stressed. We're not on any kind of time frame. I got rid of those applications because they were hurting me deep down inside, and they were hurting our relationship at the end of the day, because I'm like texting Steven like, this is the time frame, then this is what date to what date. Like, I started to get like obsessive. I was obsessed with trying to get pregnant. And now, you know, it's not like that. I'm like, you know what? It's in God's hands. You know, there's just some things you can't control. And I'm that person where I like structure with everything that I do. Like, you know, I like knowing like this is the plan type thing. And just knowing that some things are out of my control and that I will never have control over things, you know, like over some things, I just kind of like, it was a big learning experience for me, because it's like, you have to accept this for what it is, you know, and you have to like move on, which is like crazy. You know, a lot of people like, they go to therapy, and, you know, sometimes just talking about it just helps, you know, talking about it to someone who can relate, you know. I didn't go to therapy. I didn't feel like I needed to. I didn't feel like I was at such a place. I feel like if I was further along, I probably would have needed to. Because I commend everyone who has ever went through an experience like that, who was way further along than I was, you know. You're strong. You are so strong. And don't ever let anyone tell you anything different. People try to tell you like, oh, you know, you need X amount of time to grieve, or, oh, you should be fine. You know, you'll get over it. It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. But they're not in your shoes, you know. They're not feeling what you're feeling on an everyday basis when you wake up, when you look in the mirror and see, you know, like, it was so hard, like, to see, just being on like Instagram, seeing like people's announcements, you know, like I was just like, oh, like I wanted to plan it this way or that way. And like seeing those things, like I am so happy for everyone's blessings, do not get me wrong. But when you're in that state of mind, you're just so sad, you know, you're so sad because it's something that you really want. But I am so happy for everyone, and we're still trying, and we're gonna have a baby, and one day this video is gonna be like, ah, I'm pregnant. So definitely be looking forward to that one. But I just wanted to share, you know, like my story. If I can at least help one person that's going through this, you know, like that just means the world to me. But yeah, I'm so excited to be back. I'm gonna start making some more videos. I'm actually shooting this video on my iPhone 10. I still have my camera. It's just, I don't know, like to get it out, making sure the battery is charged, making sure it's in focus and all these things. Like, I don't know. Right now I have my ring light on, and I have like some sunlight that's still coming in through the window. And I'm sorry. And I'm here in my kitchen with my little plant babies. Oh, wait. That's one other thing I wanted to talk about. So people say like, oh, you can go to therapy, you know, to express like your loss and everything like that. With me, I got into plants. I freaking love these plants like they're children. And let me tell you, I have a lot of them to take care of. So once all that happened, I just kind of felt like I needed life. Like I needed life around me. I needed something to take care of. I needed something to get my mind off of what I was going through. And these little guys right here, they have helped me so much. I have some on my microwave over there. I have some on top of the fridge, which is what you see hanging right here. And I have, this is like a 3-tier kind of stand, and it's totally filled, like totally filled with plants. But they make me so happy. I love to watch them grow. They're all like easy to take care of. So maybe one day I'll do like a video of my plants. I know I'm gonna be getting a lot more. Don't tell Steven. He's probably gonna be like, no more plants. You have too many. I don't care. He loves me, and he loves sneakers, and I love plants. See? Perfect trade-off. But yes, please leave your comments down below. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, sharing this video, liking this video, giving it a thumbs up. And yeah, if you want to share your experiences with me, please feel free to. I'm an open book. you know, any questions you have, I will answer. So it was good to see you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.